Hello, chat. Sorry, hi, chat. Sorry, I say the same thing every time and I almost messed it up. It's 2 words. I think I would have gotten that by now. So, today we are going to be working on something for a video. I don't know when this video is actually going to come out. Might depend on how long this is. But I recently put out a YouTube short. And that YouTube short pretty much asked for Minecraft mod ideas. So I have a big ol' list of comments from that YouTube video. I think there's actually one someone left on the wrong video that we can pull up later. But pretty much I have a huge list of options. Now, I've kind of split these up into 2 categories in my mind. Big ideas, which would be like something like this suggestion to add gun parts, blinds, and hunting pretty much. Or necromancy. I think one of the, yeah, there we go, necromancy. 2 smaller ideas, which is like spider under my bed, cheese, bug, cheese again, and a couple things like that. So we're mainly going to be working on the smaller ones today because some of the bigger ones get really tedious, and I don't think that's good stream content. So we're going to jump around between a lot of smaller ones and try and knock some of these out. But I am going to be working on the very big ones off stream. So why don't we go through here and pick 1 or 2 to start off with. There's a few of these that I am just not competent enough to do, unfortunately. I think this one, or where is it? These 2 right here, I am unfortunately not competent enough to do, which is a shame. Some of the other ones are difficult, but I think I should be able to do them. But I think we start off with the one that's here twice, which is cheese. We'll be adding cheese. Very basic. We just need a pretty basic texture. You know, something like that. Bring that out a bit. Yeah, it doesn't feel quite right. I just gotta get a good triangular shape. That feels pretty good. That feels like a cheese wedge. We're gonna go and yeah, actually I think I prefer that a little down and to the side. Let me pick a nice color. What cheese do we want this to be? Maybe just the classic for now. The classic cheese everyone knows and loves. We will put that together, which should be pretty easy. Oh yeah, of course it gets a little more saturated with orange as it gets near the darker tones. There, that'll be the outer edge, and then we kind of gotta get that gradient. So bring that up, make it a little bit more yellow. Oops, that was not what I meant to do. Some transitional colors and tones all around the outer edge. Maybe actually not on the top as much. Maybe on the top we instead use this as the trim because it is lighter naturally. And why don't we take a tone that's like maybe like here, slightly more orange, and see if that, okay, that's a little too orange. There we go, something a little lighter. I think we need to take that just a little bit lighter. There we go, and then we can use that for some of the like corners and stuff. and the edge. We can fill up this side with that color. Take this extremely light tone and give it a lighter one. Something like that, maybe. There we are. And then why don't we actually use the same highlight kind of thing on this side? And you know what? I feel like this line doesn't pop quite enough. So why don't we take, we just take this color, like this entire color, and make it a little bit more orange. Tick more orange. And a little darker. That is way different. Okay. That's much, that's a little much. There we go. And of course, it is cheese after all. We gotta put the holes in it. So why don't we pick, well, I actually use the second layer for this. We can pick a few holes around. And then when we make that, actually, yeah, why don't we just like use the second layer pretty much right now? And then we'll draw over that. We want some nice holes in that. Yeah. There we are. And then we can pretty much translate this idea into the other layer, because now we have like that overlay. And in fact, we can even say that's that color. Go much darker, a little bit more orange. So that's that color. And that's that color. Actually, that's a little too dark. That doesn't look quite right now. It needs to have a little bit of a steeper drop off. It needs to start a little darker. Maybe even starting with that and then going to like here and then going to like here. Because then we can take our darker tone and kind of surround them a bit. I mean, that's just like a little too dark in some places. Yeah, actually, I don't think that works as well. Why don't we actually do, so then this matches the lighting, why don't we make that a little lighter? I mean, it's okay. I feel like it's not right. The holes just don't work. Something about it. I think the shape's right, the color's pretty good. Let me just look up cheese. That just brought a menu or somewhere. No. Um, what color does it turn when it gets deeper into the cheese? Like, it gets definitely more red in there. So maybe that's the issue. So we take this and we take it a step redder. But we kind of leave it pretty light. Like that. And we go a little darker and we go a little redder. And then we go a little darker. and a little redder. That's a lot better. That's some cheese right there. Why don't we see how that looks if I change the opacity of this layer? Do we like it more like that? I actually think I like the slightly more subtle holes of the 0.8 version. Oh, maybe not. Let me try 0.9. I think that might be a better compromise. And then why don't we also bring in some of these tones a little bit more frequently. Actually, no, you know what? I actually don't think that helps. Yeah, maybe we go back to 1. And maybe we rein this in a little bit on the orange side of things. And then the old color goes in there. Yeah, no, I don't like that as much. There we go. Have you had a blood there? That's very cool and etchy, along with being covered in blood and mysterious. I actually think I have to a different mod. I can't add that right now because I'm still working on the design for that in the other game, so I don't want to spoil too much about that. But it's in the works for a different thing. It's certainly in the works. Hey, welcome back, Frankie. How's it going? I think this is good cheese. I think maybe I just need to give it a harsher edge. A lot of the Minecraft items have a really like harsh border, and I think maybe this one just needs that as well. This is only ever used on the border, so we can give it a little bit more darkness. And then we go up a bit for a lighter edge, and then we can trim this. See, that looks better, but actually with the holes, that looks worse. Maybe a little less severe. And then this, we bring this a little bit more, a little lighter as well. There we are. We could also play around with making this even lighter and see how that works. Yeah, I don't think that's quite it yet. Maybe I honestly am overthinking the cheese hole coloration. Maybe why don't we duplicate this before I do this? But like just like that kind of thing. And then just like fully opaque. No, that's awful. Yeah, no, that's so much worse. It goes slight. I think, yeah, no, if we rain it slightly back, it doesn't look as good. I think this is about as good as we're gonna get for cheese at this scale. I mean, that's like pretty recognizable as what it's supposed to be. So why don't we add that? First item, add app, this would be cheese. Oh, we should probably clarify. Um, is this cheddar? What kind of cheese would this technically be? I think this is cheddar. Because Swiss is lighter. Does cheddar have holes? Cheddar cheese. Cheddar doesn't have holes. What kind of cheeses have holes? Oh, it's just various Swiss cheeses. I see. Yeah, we'll just call this cheese. Oh, what do I want the modifier for this to be? We'll do comment. That's going to be reused a lot, so I just got to make sure it's good. And then we want this in probably equipment, because I think that's where some foods go. Where's cooked foods? Miscellaneous foods is what we want. I'm thinking for nutrition, probably just about 2. Yeah, I don't think it really needs much more than that. And we're going to export to new folder. And this is going to be comment mod ideas. Perfect. It begins at the bread god next. So I have like a proper list. I should probably explain this for the stream. This is the list. If you want to add to the list, because I'll refresh this a couple times, mainly because I forget things, and I'm not going to be able to realistically remember every single thing people suggest in chat, so I just want to get ahead of this. This particular video is the most recent short that came out. If you comment on that one, I'll have it on this list, because I can refresh and see all the new ones pretty much, which there isn't any new ones right now. But that is the best possible way to just pretty much just manually add it to my to-do list. I know it's a kind of weird way of doing things. It is just I was thinking about how to accomplish all this, and it is a nightmare to try and organize my to-do list otherwise. So we are going to bring in cheese. Yes, I should clarify. Feel free to put suggestions on there. So we're going to put this in here. Edit image. Copy this. Put it here. Did not do it. Oh, because I'm still in the wrong tool. Cheese. Now, the next thing we were asked, so we'll click cheese is done. The very next suggestion that we're gonna look at is cheese again. Now, of course, I don't want to just retread the same thing, because of course reusing the same asset would be wrong. So one moment while we make a new asset for cheese. Anyway, let's take this. We're gonna go into video editing. Or image editing and warmth all the way. Oh, that's not quite what I was looking for. Okay, we're gonna do this a different way. We are going to have to put this here. Now, of course, since we need cheese a second time, I'm going to make a different variety of cheese I am aware of, just by filling in some of these various colors with a different color. Whoa. Whoa, this is crazy. Why is it that color? That's crazy. I'm gonna do this and this. All right, there we go. There's our second cheese. Oh, wait, should I flip it? I could put it the other way. No, we'll keep it exactly the same. Now, of course, this new item that's completely different from the original cheese. Yeah, this is blue cheese. Naturally. And we're going to put that in the same category. So equipment, miscellaneous foods. This is slightly better. It's a little bit better. Just on icon, integrate into pack. Where is the one we just made? It's that. Okay, I don't know why I had that weird icon, or a different icon than I originally planned. So now that we just take the blue cheese, drag it in here, Edit image. And as easy as that, blue cheese. Now we're not done here because, frankly, we're not done. What kind of bacteria do they use for cheese? Is used to make cheese. Let's see. The main bacteria used in cheese making include, and there's a bunch of them. A specialized group of lactic acid bacteria, including Lactococcus, Streptococcus, Lactobacillus, and they produce acid and lower the milk's pH. So we're not going to worry about any of that because that's complicated. And I'm going to do something else. We're adding bacteria. I don't know why I just Googled bacteria. Yeah, this is bacteria. Wait, what if I just made bacteria just like a big old guy? Like just one of these guys that just kind of swims like flops around. And then you kill them and harvest it to put in the cheese. That'll, yeah. That makes perfect sense. Let's do that. I can't see how that's stupid at all. I just need to make sure, because, like, just putting milk in a crafting table doesn't feel right. So let's expand this to 32. Where should it live? Where does Okay, I'm gonna just ask Google. Where in Minecraft does bacteria live? No, just using mods. And that just made me so angry. One of the first results is this video. That's a picture of a virus. Or not even, sorry, wait, no. That's not. I'm stupid. Wait, no, that actually is a, no, that is a type of virus. Never mind. That is a type of virus. Okay, I'm not crazy. I'm just used to the other kind of virus. Just random. It just can spawn anywhere. You just rarely have bacteria spawning. So originally I was going to make it so you harvest bacteria from rotten flesh when I was originally thinking of how I was going to perform this. But I think this is so much funnier if you have to hunt down giant bacteriums. I feel like that color for a bacteria, and that's like yay big, and we give it a little flagellum that like flips around. Yeah. So we just like put that. Okay, we're gonna need to make a creature. Entity wizard. Bacterium. What idea are you modding? Cheese. But we're adding bacterium because there's not bacteria in Minecraft. What should it behave like? I feel like it should be hostile. I feel like it should attack you. I'm starting to think maybe it should be an aquatic creature that can get out of water. And it's just essentially just like a big like cylinder with like a little like tail and flagellum that like flips back and forth. So maybe we steal the, I'm trying to think of how to like make this the like easiest we can. Probably we steal the cod appearance and sounds, mainly the sounds. That's going to be important. But we're going to make it behave like a axolotl. No, that feels wrong. I could make it fly. Or we could just make it completely passive, to be honest. Like, it could just be like a chill bacterium and you just have to murder it. You can farm bacteria. What if you farm bacterium with rotten flesh? Like, you can find them in the water and you have to put them in a pool and you farm them by feeding them rotten flesh to make the bacterium grow. What can you breed that's in the water? Can you breed dolphins? I think I might just have to add breeding manually. Um, we'll use the squid AI? Squid AI? They show black in your hearts, let's see, until they become black, killing you even with full hearts. And you have fermented potion to heal worth fermented spider. That's interesting. It's a wither effect kind of thing. But it would be really funny if they were just like a chill livestock. Though it would be kind of cool if you had to, see, what if it spawned in water that's far underground isn't flowing? I think creatures can't spawn in flowing water already, from what I understand. So that part's easy. And honestly, making it spawn in water is pretty easy too. We could definitely do that. What do you feed that lives in the water? Is there any breedable animal in the water? Because if we can just take the code from that and alter it, that makes it easy. Um, I think you can do dolphin, but there's just too much going on with dolphin that I don't want to mess with. I've messed with that one in the past. Axolotl, then it gets out and as the dying thing. I think I'm just gonna do fish and add breeding. Or no, squid and then add breeding. I'll just have to manually add that component. And then we want custom loot. Custom ID, comment, bacteria. And it'll give you one, give you one bacteria. Or maybe it should be bacteria sample. And it gives you like a couple. You know, actually, I like if it's one, it's just a one big bacteria, actually. Just like one chunk of bacteria. Even a wither effect that doesn't kill, just turns hearts. I don't know if I can add custom status effects. I don't know if I know how to do that. Yeah, actually, if we did make it axolotl, yeah, when we actually do axolotl, because then I can make it hostile toward the player, so you do get just swarmed with bacteria. Because that's so funny. But they're still breedable if you feed them. They're just ravenous beasts. I'll have to take away their ability to walk on land. But we can do it. It'll just take a little longer. I think that's their spawn egg. Integrate into pack. I do like the idea of giving them a wither effect attack, though. I just don't think I can give custom status effects yet. Though that would be really cool if I could figure it out. I might have to look into that in the future. All right, bacterium. I'm actually just going to fill with, I guess, just like that for now, so I can model it. This is probably going to be some of the most intense modeling we've ever done. But actually, no. Okay, this is pretty intense. I mean, like, this is gonna be a crazy model. I'm thinking it's like 8 long. It's like not big. It's like 5 or like 4 wide. Then we give it a little flagellum back here. Oh wait, we need to move this whole thing. Okay. There's our base to work off of. That's so dumb looking. How does the animation look naturally on this? Can we tell it to play? Hello? Play animation? Hello? Please? Please? Okay. I'm just gonna trust that that works. If not, we'll have to custom animate it, but that's okay. We can do it. Let's see, this is 8 long for, okay. So what we need to make is 8 long. So it's actually really small. It's just really not that big. So then like that. So that's the main body. We can put that up there. And then for the tail, that's 6 long. And we only really need to draw that once because we don't need it doubled up. So that's like the whole model pretty much. At least the space for it. So here's what I'm thinking. We just go a little lighter. And then we can use shading to make it feel more rounded. And then we do a little bit of that. I think we might need to make our shading a little bit more subtle. That's okay. We can do that. Just a little bit of this around here. And I'll probably less actually over here, mainly because this is where the tail attaches, so it's probably blocking a little bit of light. And then a lot of brighter pixels up near the top, actually, to get that lovely bacteria shading. And then this is the bottom, so it's a little darker down here. There we go. There we are. We just want to round out this a little bit more, I think. I don't want it to be perfect. And then we give it a little swishy flagellum. And I'm kind of thinking, oh, I just think I just placed a pixel. I didn't mean to. Did I? What did I add? Okay, nothing. Cool. I really wish we could make more customization like effects or cover with the sword to unlock Java's combat. Normal attack would be bedrock thrusting. Yeah, I do really wish there was a little bit more to do with effects. I'm not sure how I mean, maybe there's people who have figured it out. I don't think I'm competent enough to. Which definitely is probably the biggest bottleneck in this whole thing, is that I'm simply not good enough to do some of the things I'd like to. But hey, I do this enough times and I'll get a lot better at it. Okay, so we'll just kind of flip that up and down as they kind of like flip it back and forth. I think I might need to make the tail longer by 2 though. Um, let's see. You know, why don't we make this a little shinier so it looks wetter? That's too bright, but we can fix it after I add in all the new bright spots. There we go. I just feel like it needs to be wet and a little gross. That doesn't look right. There we go. That's probably about the right color, but maybe a little light. Just bring down that color just a little. There we go. And then we can use a little bit of that on the tail here. And then a little bit of our darker tone, which I actually think should be a little bit darker. And then we can bring down our darkest tone to the, actually there's one more dark tone. That's now too dark. We'll just keep bringing that up. There we go. I think that's a little bit more of a nice contrasty palette. And of course we want this, but flipped upside down. And then we just need to fix the shading. So then we just go like this, color it all in with the neutral tone, and get in there with the dark tones once again. So like this would be bright, and I think that's actually about it. Okay. I think that is our little guy. Very simple, very easy. We are going to grab this texture and pull it in here. Quickly just erase all that. Merge on the texture above. Use that. Oh, that's not right. That's fine. We can just fix that. Copy brush. Erase. Put that like further out. And then easy. We fix it. Cheese, that's actually technically what we're working on right now. You wouldn't know it by what we're looking at the moment, but this is all for the purpose of cheese, actually. That's not even sarcastic. That's real. I mean, you can actually see here's the cheese. This is just for making the cheese. Man, that's a bacterium if I've ever seen one. It's so dumb. Duplicate. So we duplicate that, take it down here. We are going to group this as its own thing, group this as its own thing. So during the animation, I need to flip. I think I might have to make my own swimming animation. Okay, we're gonna have to make our own. Imagine instead of taking, they take hunger bars. Oh, that would be so. I could make him do that. I could make him give you hunger instead of wither or poison. I can also make it so when you eat a raw bacterium, it hurts you. I think. I haven't done that in a long time, but I could probably figure it out again. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to completely get rid of this animation because I need to make it custom. Real shame, but it happens. The flop animation, I guess, has to go as well. It's fine. We'll manage. Why is it like that? Does the body have rotation? What has rotation? Oh, the head. Flop. There we go. So, how often do I want to swim? We're gonna do this the old-fashioned keyframe way. Maybe I just don't make the tail move all that much. Maybe I give the body like a slight rocking kind of vibe. Like, yeah, when we worry about the tail fin. So first of all, tail fin, we are going to have the scale of tail fin 3 be normal until the 0.25 second mark. And then I need it to genuinely just change to a different size the frame after. So we'll do that. And now it's 0. So that will give us the opportunity to make tail fin 2 have a 0. Here to here. So suddenly that changes. There we go. So this is how I've thought about trying to make animate textures in the past. I think technically I need to move this down one frame. Put this at the start as well. Because then next frame here, I get out this again. Let's see. So there's nothing right here. So I guess I actually technically need to move that to there. Oh, they like do like a really weird thing. Whoa. Hmm. Linear step. Yeah, yeah, we want all these to be step. That should make it instant. Okay. There is a step along here where nothing exists. It's there. It's because of this. There's another step where nothing exists. Where is it? Right here. Does this just start? Oh, it's because it starts off like this. So I need this up here. Okay. Crap, does it need more frames? It might need more frames. Or do we like the squiggly little guy? He's a little squiggly guy, but he might need more frames. Crap, he might need more frames. What in the world is this? Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to turn off notification for this. Yeah, I think you need more frame. We can add more. It's gonna be kind of annoying, but we can do it. So this is 4 tall, so okay. Maybe like that is the middle frame, and then another one similar to that would be like this. So then it goes between these ones. Yeah, that should work. You do that. Let's see. Also, I should actually say this again because there's more people here now. If you have suggestions for additional things to put in here, I am using crap. What tab was it even on? This. The comments on this particular video. So if you're interested, go to this particular video. You can find it is the most recent short on YouTube. I am pretty much just refreshing this to find more as people add them. So go here if you want to add them. This is just a good way I can use as like a repository for everyone's ideas without having to have like a whole Google form and all that with it. Because Google form likes to take people's emails and that's weird. I don't want to like accidentally dox people. So this is just the best way I can do this, at least right now. All right, with that said, we can go back to this, which I have 1 billion tabs open at the moment. Let me start closing some of these. Don't need any of this. Okay. This tab. grab some of these. And we're just going to fill in some of these pixels and export. Move that over there. Downloads. Pop that in there. Import texture. Move that up by 1. Oh, yeah, I just realized they're over by 1. Let me fix that. They have to be like right there. And now we'll import it. And merge on texture, but oh, that's not going to work. I forgot they weren't lined up. That's okay. Tailfin 2 goes there. Tailfin 1 goes there. And we're going to need more. Duplicate all of that. Do you want to copy the keyframes? No, not at the moment. Because we need to quickly encapsulate that. Encapsulate that. So I might need to rename these as frame 1. That's frame 3. I don't know why I made them in this order. This is frame 4. And frame 5, or frame 2, I mean. Okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And I gotta rename these. So I actually remember what they are, because I just realized I renamed the wrong thing. These are the things that actually show up in animation. There's gonna be one weird looking bacteria. That's gonna be beautiful. I did not plan to do all this work for this, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. All right. Let's remove that temporarily. Body, remove that. Head, remove that. And we will just edit frame 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's actually remove all these. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So, tell me if a normal looking bacteria, dude. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I can't think of one. This has to move. So, basically, this makes it invisible. So we're just going to set everything to invisible right now. Very first frame, we get our little guy. We scooch these down by 1. The moment we hit this, we have started a new frame. So technically we should get to, this is going to be like a 1-second animation, I think. Let's see, there's 4 frames. No, because there's more than that, because it goes back. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then like back and forth like that. So it needs to go from 1 to 2 next. So 2 will then have this starting here. Which also means I need to go back 1 frame. Make sure that goes there. And then immediately back to invisible. So that means I need to give 3 this exact same treatment. Then for this exact same treatment, except we scooch this back by 1. We scooch this back by 1, and I just realized I think we scooch this back by 1? Oh, no, not the first one. Okay, so we scooch everything forward by 1. All right. Honestly, a little slow. I'll admit. So why don't we speed this up then? We don't need this right now. Let's just take all of these. How many ticks can I move them forward? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. So 1, 2. And then we'll move this 4 by 2. We'll just kind of close in on this gap. Okay, how's this speed? There we go. We're getting somewhere here. I mean, it is like disappearing at the end because we don't have anything after this, but... So now we go here. And we want this one again. And then this one again. And then we can put that right there. It feels okay. There's something wrong here. Oh, it's that this doesn't get a frame. I think. Oh, also there's just a frame where nothing exists. Yeah, that's kind of important to catch. I think if I just delete this one and scooch this back by 1, that should fix that. Feels like it goes back up faster. So we hit, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2. Oh, I think it's just there's not an intermediary step. So I think that's I think there just needs to be a middle step between those two. I think maybe that's why it looks so choppy right now. Oh no, like some of these are just fully not lined up. What in the world am I talking about? It's this one. This one's just wrong. Cool. Flagellum? Absolutely. We gotta get bacterium in the game. Big bacterium. This is lore accurate. If Minecraft is in medieval age, we should have the 4 humors. You should put that one on the list. I don't know what in the world I do for that, but I should start thinking about that one. All right, I think it needs a little bit of movement up here in the head area. So I'm thinking like a looping animation. Can how do I space these out evenly? There we go. So the first one, we have them tilted like 7 point. Honestly, I think just less, but like we gotta fix that. That rotation point. Yeah, oh, why is it like that? Okay, okay, that's the rotation point. So now we just need to go like 2 off to the side. And I think we can just like, I would be like, we'll make it like a little bit more exaggerated. So that's straight right now. So then we do that. And then I'm pretty sure we could just alternate these. By putting this one at the end. Oh, look at him go. What kills them? I bet for certain potions. I mean, a big sword probably do it. I mean, they are just big creatures. I mean, it's like yay big. I'm gonna be honest, this was supposed to be one of the smaller ideas, and we're adding a whole mob over it. This was just gonna be cheese. I would make this guy more complicated, but I think we're just gonna need to move on soon. Because I've got to add the item this guy drops, the crafting recipes. Like we're already in way too far on the cheese thing. I mean, we're like an hour into stream. We're still on cheese. Um, we'll do that. Like up, and then like flat, and then like down, and then like up. I just want to like really wriggle around. Are these the same? 5, 12. Oh, this is -5. Um, wait, which rotation axis is that? Oh, that's the up one. Okay. So this one also needs to be -5 then. It looks so squirmy. Okay, so then we gotta put this moving as well. Naturally. So that's when we'll use this one. Oops. So we gotta put that there. Okay, now it's just like moving around real weird. I think I just completely reverse exactly what it's doing here. So anywhere where there's negatives. Because then it feels like, oh, it's like kind of wriggling. Because there's equal and opposite reaction on what it's doing. Look at it go. Why is it really going? I think it needs to be a little less exaggerated. I think it's just like wriggling too hard. And also, I think the tail needs to be like one more pushed into the body. Oh, I have just realized this is the flop animation. Actually, this works for the flop animation. I'm gonna keep that. And then we make it so much more majestic for the swim animation. Because everyone knows these things are majestic or something. So then we just maybe give it like a subtle movement then. For this one. So like maybe like here is when it switches back over. Oops. And then we give it that. Maybe this one to the side. There we go. That is more centered. Oh, that's actually more centered in the whole animation. So then that would mean we want this one just like a little off to the side. Like not a lot. Just enough to make it feel like it's doing something. It's been a while since I've actually like animated on here. Yeah, I think that's good. Just like a little kind of shimmy kind of looking move. And then when it's on land, it's like, what in the world's going on? Perfect. I see no issues with this beast. And then we're not even going to test it yet by the time we add a bacteria as an item. Bacteria. And of course, we need to start it with comment. Nature crops? I would say nature raw food, I guess. Like half a nutrition. Horrible saturation. And we'll maybe make it like poisonous or something. Integrate into pack. Of course, the comment mod ideas pack. And I think now we need a good little texture for it. So we can go back here, grab our color scheme from over here. All right. I'm thinking something as simple as, maybe I make it a little bit curved. Like a weird sausage. Does that fit within the 16 by 16? Perfectly, actually. And then I'll just darken some bits on its underside and parts of its tail. This is such a strange object to add, but here we are. So yeah, I think I actually just need to borrow the exact gradient we were using over here. Put that there. Fill in this next. This color. Fill in all of this. And then, of course, we need a dark color to really get some of those finer details in there. And we need that. It's so weird looking. Yeah, sure. Bacteria. Dead bacteria. Yeah, I guess we just put that up in the corner. Center the canvas on that. And we drag our silly new bacterium over here where we can copy it. Erase the apple. And there we go, bacteria. Then I need a crafting recipe. Now, I think I'm going to find the cake crafting recipe because I need to figure out how they give the bucket back to the player. Where's cake? It's gotta be up top somewhere. Cake. All right, so the result, I just add a bucket. Cool. We'll just save that over here. I believe bundle is a pretty similar crafting recipe of what we need. But we want shapeless. Is there, what's a crafting recipe where you add two things together and they're shapeless? Flint and steel? Think that works? Yeah. So we can just take this file, bring it over to our development behavior packs, comment mod ideas, add a new folder called recipes. I think that's how you spell it. I don't know, the word recipes always weird to me. I don't know why it is like that. Okay, so we want this just be called cheese. And then we can take our new file and we want Minecraft milk bucket, I think. Oh, here's actually what it's supposed to be called. Let's see, yeah, item. Apparently it's bucket data 1 is what that item's supposed to be called. That's why I looked up the cake recipe, because now I know. And we have comment, bacteria. And this will unlock when you get bacteria. Oh, it also unlocks when you get obsidian. Yeah, sure. We'll put bucket. Actually, no, we won't. We'll just leave it at that. Once you get bacteria, you can make cheese. And the result, of course, will be Minecraft bucket. Just kidding. There's going to be 2 results. And the second one is going to be comment cheese. So all you have to do is go slay the creature to unlock cheese. So really, you know, not that hard. Of course, we need to make sure let's categorize that. Now you might be wondering, what's the recipe for blue cheese? Well, don't worry, I thought of that. Oops, I almost just called that cheese too. Blue cheese. And of course, we're just going to go in here, remove all that, comment blue cheese. This one's going to unlock, oh, this actually says Minecraft bacteria. That's not a Minecraft thing. This will unlock when you get cheese. Make catnip, and if you're given to a cat, they get speed 3, and creepers just respawn a 10 block, or are repelled in a 10 block diameter. If you want to submit ideas, the best way to do it is to go to the most recent short I uploaded and put in the comments section. I've been using that as essentially my makeshift list, because that's where most of the comments are. Because I will probably end up saying, hey, I'll make that, and then forgetting on this stream a lot. So I just need to make sure I have them written down somewhere. So if you want to, if anyone wants to suggest anything, just toss them down there, and I will get to them. Well, maybe not all of them, but I'll at least have a list to pull from. So we are going to do Minecraft Lapis. Is it just called Lapis? What's it called? What in the world is it called? Blue? Blue concrete power from Lapis Lazuli. Minecraft Lapis Lazuli. Also, I just realized I actually need this to be like close to the Ender Chest recipe. So we'll actually take the blue cheese recipe, do that. This is going to be comment, or no, this is Minecraft Lapis Lazuli. All right, comment some. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Lapis lazuli, and then we need. What in the world was the other one? Cheese. I don't know how I forgot that we were making cheese. I don't know how I could have forgotten with just adding like a creature. And then it'll result in blue cheese. Because you just dyed the cheese blue and then it makes it blue cheese, of course, naturally. And blue cheese is slightly better. And this will unlock when you get cheese. And of course, it'll be identified as blue cheese. And I think that's good. What in the world did I do here? I just add the wrong thing over here. Bucket. All right. So we have the we have the bacterium, which drops bacteria. We can craft the bacteria into cheese. The cheese can be crafted into blue cheese. You can eat either of the cheeses. Is there anything I missed about what we were... Oh, we need spawning. We need spawning mechanics for the bacterium. We're just gonna take the spawning mechanics for... How about the glow squid? I think would be ideal. So we want spawn rules, glow squid, and we'll just copy that. We want to go into mod ideas, new folder, spawn rules, drop this file in, bacterium. All right, comment, bacterium. Population control animal works. Yeah, it can spawn like that. It'll spawn in a herd, 2 to 4. Seems good on that front. All right, that looks good. And then of course we need to alter the bacterium. Entities, bacterium behavior. I actually think I might leave it on land. Oh, there's multiple variants. We don't have to worry about that though. Feed items. We actually want rotten flesh as the food source for these things. Follow parent experience, reward, breed. Breedable rotten flesh. Transform into item. No, we don't want that to happen. Breeds with itself. Creates a baby. It dries out on land, of course. I think we're going to shorten the drying out timer. We can also shorten how long it takes to refill. Are you going to give the cheese and bacterium? Yeah, they have designs already. We've actually been working on them. Here's the item form of the bacterium. Here's the bacterium just chilling. Here's the blue cheese, of course, and we've got the cheese. We're actually in like the final phase of this one. Once we finish this, we're kind of good. Collision box, a little slimmer, I think. Actually, no, it could be 7 wide. Height. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that actually feels about right. Health. Yeah, 14 feels actually pretty good. You know, actually, maybe a little less, like 12. Okay, I thought you had just started. Yeah, this is feature 1. Also, I think the bacteria work in the roguelike as well. I think it'll be a little off theme, unfortunately, but it'll be fun for this at least. It does take 2,000 extra damage from the lightning. So I guess we'll just keep that. Amphibious, true. Can swim, can walk. That's yes, we actually want all that because it'll be funny when it tries to flop out of the water to kill someone. So you kind of have to keep them in like an awkward pit. Or actually, no, we'll make it so it can't path on land, but it'll flop on land. Despawn from distance, yes. Minecraft attack, it'll do 1 damage. Except, I'm going to pull up this behavior pack entities. Where's Wither Skeleton? Or Husk. Anything that does what I need. Okay, there we go. Wither Skeleton. When this one attacks, yes, we want this. Where is the attack? I just saw it. Where was it? It was here. Somewhere. Damage. Okay. So it'll only be like a little bit of wither effect. Or should it be poison? Yeah, we'll make it poison. It'd be funny if you got nauseous when holding the cheese. That would be kind of funny. I don't know. Oh yeah, we gotta look into adding that. With the roguelike, I'm probably gonna keep it more focused and like on topic. With this video, we can get weird. Behavior tempt, rotten flesh. I do think this means you can pick it up in a bucket. So I guess that's a thing. Here's the equal target. So it wants. I mean, I think we just make it kill everything. What does Zoglin try and attack? Because Zoglin, I think, is just everything. Like, let's just give it the Zoglin rules. It'll kill anything. Okay, so we take filters. I think it's that much of this that I need to take. Okay, this has a lot of rules on it. So we take this. I think that's the correct thing. This goes to here. This goes to here. This goes to here. Okay. Yeah, that should work. Let me just put that in the JSON validator real quick. I gotta make sure I did the right amount of things there. It'll tell me if it's like glitched out. Pop that in there, validate. Okay, yeah, invalid JSON. There. What's it right here? Expected something. Does this fix it? No, okay. It looks like I just missed one curly bracket. Does that fix it? Yes, okay. So let me go back up to that line. Where is it? There needs to be one more curly bracket here. That's easy. Let me just double check that I did that the way I did on the other thing. Okay, that's valid. Cool. Cool. You need to switch to Visual Studio Code. I'm not sure what that changes, to be honest. Okay, so it'll attack anything that isn't bacterium. Oh, I need its tags or family. Type family. Bacterium. So now attack anything that's not a bacterium. There's also play dead somewhere in the code. Behavior play dead. Just remove that. Okay, can't find tropical. That means the fish bucket thing's fixed. I do think you can bucket this guy. Just naturally. By having the runtime identifier of... Oh, it doesn't have an anymore. Okay, it's probably fine. Let's create a new world. This is our first test to see if this somehow works. If this all works first try, then this is going to be truly a wonderful moment. It is so rare that anything I make works first try. So I don't think it's going to happen. But you know what? Let's see how it fails. Gotta find out how. I still have Vibrant Visuals on from taking the thumbnail picture earlier. Let's quickly change that to fancy. Alright. Mob eggs. Bacterium. Let's see how it looks. Oh, I made it fast. I didn't realize. Is it just gonna start killing things? Go, my bacterium. What consequences is this gonna have on the ecosystem? It needs to be slower. It needs to be so much slower. It's so fast. Honestly, I think it looks good though. Like that's a bacterium if I ever did see one. Go, my bacterium. Also, they're hitting him weird because his hitbox is actually below him, technically. Alright. We gotta kill one now. He drops a bacterium. And then I can take that and a milk bucket. And then we just put that in here. And you make cheese. And then if I put a bunch of lapis around it, then I make blue cheese. Perfect. It's beautiful. A slower and smaller would be good, yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna make it smaller, because Minecraft has like a style of big things. But that last thing, maybe a little transparent, I actually like a lot. I think we're gonna do that. I can do that one. Archer be like, go, my children, smells deviously. Yeah, I did just kind of make something that's gonna decimate the ecosystem. You know what? That's what bacteria do, though. They decimate the ecosystem. Oh, we gotta test they spawn naturally. Into the caves we go. Let's go find a big ol' underwater cave. Is this underwater? No. Oh, here's a water cave. If we see a bacterium in here, we know we've succeeded in making them spawn. It should be like a cluster of them. We just gotta... Oh! He's real! He's real! There's no way it could have gotten in here from above, so that is fully genuinely it spawned in here. It's working. Why is it just hanging out? I guess it can. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it just hanging out, I guess. Yeah, it needs to be way slower. That actually was really good first try. That is probably the best I have had a mod work first try in months, at least. Okay, so first thing, speed. Speed, that's not what I want. Just classic speed. Where's their movement? Oh, movement. 0.5, so like half what they're doing? Oh, underwater movement is what I need to fix. So yeah, 0.5 or 0.05 on that. So we'll half that. Oh, half that. So they'll be really slow now. Not fast at all. Maybe a bit weaker so they don't kill a player in one hit. All they do they do a half heart a hit right now. So they can't do much. Genuinely, they are kind of helpless. I might even nerf their health. I might bring them down to like 10. Or maybe like 8. Because bacteria really aren't strong. I feel like Archer saying the bacterium is like Nifty saying, "Rise, my children, the cockroaches spawn." Yes, they are my minions. They are my babies. My beloved creatures. I'm actually very, like, that was not something I was planning on making today. But here we are. I think it turned out well. Comment mod ideas, entity, bacterium. Okay. What was the name of the specific thing we needed? We used it in the roguelike game for the Revenant statue. So where's Statue Revenant? Statue Revenant. Default slime outer. Entity alpha test is not what we want. We want slime outer. Which also means we now just want to go into the bacterium. Take a big ol' eraser. Go to like half opacity. There we go. That's probably good. Let's try that. Bacterium. Okay, he's not transparent yet. His tail's gone. I don't think he liked being transparent. They are reasonably fast now, like they're the right pace. Okay, I don't think they liked I don't think they liked being a different thing. Cool. I guess we just won't do that. Darn, I actually wanted to make it transparent. I guess. Oh, is it the water messes with transparent textures? I think that's the issue. I think that's the problem. Like if I go up to the surface, I bet I can just place them on the surface and the stuff will look right. No. Okay, yeah, no, they're just broken. That's okay. I guess we'll just have to. Oh, it's because I didn't update the correct thing. Oh, I can't have partially transparent textures. No, I can't do it because of the tail. I forgot you can't have it has to be full transparent or like partially, I think. Maybe we just try it. What happens if I just fully just made the wrong texture transparent, I think, the first time. Let's try it this way. Why is the tail gone? Wait, they have the tail. Oh, Oh, that's why some of them have it. You can only see it from one side. We could fix that. Okay. So we do need this to be more opaque though. Maybe like that much? Oh wait, that's the opposite direction of where I want. Just a light. That's okay. So I need to flip all these. So all of this. Nope. And then we take that. I pop that in there. That is flipped still. Oops. What's another file to import? All right, and then we merge on texture both. And then we erase it partially. And then we go back into the game. Cool. That should do it. I have no idea if those things are even partially transparent. Unclear, to be honest. And look at them go. They're so silly. They just kind of writhe. My babies. Did I think I did. I erased the wrong texture again. Oh my gosh, I did it again. That's a dumb mistake, and I made it twice. Let's see. Talking about loot tables. Let's see. Why are you? Why are you this way, my child? Why are you wrong? Could you be right, please? I love how they migrate. This is horrifying. Like, imagine being in the water with all these. And here's the great thing, we don't have to imagine. They will kill players if they get the chance. Okay, the knockback actually is a little bit bad. Oh, they're really not that dangerous, but oh, do they try? They can get you. It just takes a few. Definitely like a support class kind of enemy. I'm not sure why they're not transparent though. Maybe I'm lighter. Let's try it again. You can toss around like a beach ball in a cluster of them. Yeah, luckily I don't think this is actually gonna happen. Oh, they're starting to dry up. Awkward. Uh, what happened here? Why are they not transparent anymore? What? Guys, I did it wrong again. Oh, okay. I can't do that. Darn. They make water invisible behind their tails. I mean, that doesn't mess with them that much underwater. So I guess the real question is, what do we prefer? Do we prefer that they're slightly transparent, but they kind of glitch out when something's behind them that's transparent? Or do we like them solid? I think I'm erring on solid right now because it's not glitchy. This works. Let me see how they interact with each other. Like when they overlap each other. It's not too bad. It's only the tail that causes problems overlap. Oh wait, when you look up, okay, when you look up, it's really bad. Oh, never mind. I don't think I can live with that. That's rough. Okay, I was about to say that I was gonna keep it the way it was. I can't. I can't. I can't bear it. It's fine. We can leave it like this. I actually think I might need to change the material again. Yeah, it's the material we need to change. Bacteria. Change that to entity alpha test. Save. There we go. Our boys. The creatures. Alright, so I think I've added cheese to the game. All that was just for cheese. Alright. Why does it do that? Or do you not know? That's just how the rendering system works. It's a little glitchy sometimes. It's nothing I can do. I can't fix it, unfortunately. That's just how it renders. Okay, so we can mark the other cheese as a success. And we can refresh this. Yeah. Here's all of our current ideas. I think the next easiest, and this one's really simple, but I think I can do it in a funny way, is this one. Joe, aka the spider under my bed. That's very easy, genuinely. I swear. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into Blockbench, as we do, close everything we are working on, because it's time for new things. Entity Wizard, we're gonna name this, discard that. We're gonna name this Joe. And we're gonna want it to look like a spider. I want it to act like a spider. I want it to have custom loot, actually, now that I think about it. What's the spider loot table? I just need to make sure I get it exactly right. Because I want this to have exactly the same loot table except for one modification, so I just gotta double check. Okay, drop. Up to 2 string is first. That's strong. What? What's it called? Why is it not? Am I crazy? Does string not exist? What's it called? Oh, is it tripwire? Yeah, tripwire. For some reason, that's what's called. All right. 1 in 3 chance of dropping spider eye. That's easy. Spider eye. Add item. Probability. Oh, wait, actually, I should just change the probability. Oh, wait, no. Probability. So empty is probability 0.66. Oops. This is probability 0.34. That it'll give a spider eye. I'd like to, Raythan, if you have more ideas, feel free to put them in the comments on the other video. That's where I'm using, or I'm pulling from, so it makes it a little easier for me to keep track. Because I'm gonna forget like half the comments people say during the stream. I feel like the moment like we're moving on to the next thing, I just need to make sure I have them for my own memory. Okay, so spider spawn, I think. Oh wait, I need to change the loop. Add pool. Add item. Or wait, sorry. So first of all, bed. Can give you one bed. Actually, wait, this is fun. This is actually funnier if I put wool. I'll make it red wool. Can give you 1 to 3. Oak plank. So I think it would just be planks. Oak. What's it called? Like, it's exploding. Oh, exposed. Um, wood. Whatever. I'm changing this to bed. This is too much work. I'm not sure why this is being so weird. Okay, it's gonna drop a bed every time. We're integrating it into the comment mod ideas. We're editing the model. Now, we're gonna add one thing. Will I make this larger? We need a resize texture. Texture size 64 by 64, fill it transparent. Behold. This. Okay. I promise there's a plan here. Okay, this doesn't quite fit. The resize texture a bit. So next up, I need to add a few new things. So we're gonna get a new tab. Maybe we can just close the old one. We already used that. And I need to grab a few old textures from the game. Source pack. Textures. Blocks. Yeah, and we're just gonna need to grab. Okay, we're gonna do 128. 128. I'm gonna pull this up in the side area so I can kind of see how this is oriented. Start with feet, side, side. Then we can assemble this part, put that together. Yeah, you may have figured out what we're doing now. And then I need, of course, the feet end of the bed goes right here. I need bed head top. There we go. I take this. There we go. And then take that. Flip. Oh, I did just realize this isn't the right aspect ratio. Height needs to be 64. Nope, where did I select? Down here. And then we simply move this down here. Just gonna export that, drag this over here, move this in here, import texture, merge on the texture above. Okay, we've got a bed. So the spider's under the bed, right? So we'll just move this down. Perfect. I think we just move it a little bit. I mean, I don't know how else I'd make a spider under a bed. That's a spider under a bed if I've ever seen one. Um, oh, they're all math ones. I really want to make this teeter on its back, like precariously. Um, one sec while I make this a bone. So we're gonna add a keyframe. And the cave spider as it's smaller. I think it's funnier if it's huge. It just looks so dumb. And honestly, that's what I want. The default leg pose. So when it walks, I'm thinking this kind of situation. Oh, I gotta figure out when this is supposed to loop. Crap. How long is this animation supposed to be? It's 4 seconds. Okay. So we just gotta loop this for 4 seconds. So I'm thinking it starts normal. And then just quickly make sure that's in the middle. Just teeters off to the side. And then we just have a teeter onto the other side. And then we repeat that process until the animation ends. And then we ended on this note. Should bring it all back around. Perfect. So that'll only happen when it's crawling. Wonderful. So as it moves around, it's like I think we want Bezier though. Maybe less drastic, to be honest. See, so I guess it would be this one. See, actually, what other options are there? It's smooth. Imagine if its name is like Joe or something. That's crazy. Yeah, I wish we could personalize hitboxes. Then we can make the scorpion be vulnerable on the tail. The back end shall take 50% less damage. That would be awesome. I would love if that was a thing. So I think this is Joe. Let's look at him in game. Or I guess why don't we give him spawning? So he naturally spawns in the world. Because of course we need that. That'd be silly if he didn't spawn naturally in the world. I'm thinking he just spawns like really rare, the same things as spiders. And that's it. This one doesn't have to be super complicated. Behavior pack. Okay, so we want spawn rules. Find spider real quick. We're gonna just change that to Joe. Comment. Yeah, and then we just make the weight like 5, which is pretty uncommon. That's it. Okay, that's a bed bug. He is a bed bug. He's a bed bug. He's a bug under a bed. You're so right. I don't think that's what you're asking necessarily, but you're right. He's bed bug. Okay. Oops, I didn't mean to spawn him. Okay, spawn Joe. Oh. Okay, teeter's a little too much. Yeah, okay. His name's actually Joe. Yeah, of course it is. Um, so I think there's an issue here. So why don't we delete the last like 2 seconds? See, wait, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. How much is the rest of it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. What if we do that? Can I get away with this? What is this one? This is 2. What, oh wait, these are the same. So this one can go. That lines everything up again. Wait, what in the world was I doing? No, that's not what I want. I don't want to double it. I just kind of forgot what I was doing for a second. We're just gonna increase the amount of time it takes to wobble. It's gonna be like twice as long. So it doesn't feel as like cartoonishly problematic. There we go. And then I think it might be fun to kind of like just alter this like a little on each one. Like that one's a 5. This one can be 4. This one's like 4.5. Just like so it's like a little like awkward as it teeters around. Or maybe like 3. Yeah, maybe we actually change the 5s to 3s so it doesn't tilt as far. Like 3.5. Alright. Let me try that. Now I actually do have some modifications I want to make to this guy's stats before we finish. Let's see him walk around. Walk. Move. There we go. I think that wiggles appropriately. That's so silly. Wonderful. Wonderful. I have a lot of things open I don't need. Okay, that's his spawn rules, right? Yeah. So we want to go to this folder. Entities. Joe. Movement. We're gonna slow him down a bit. He's a little slower. He's got a bed on his back. It's only fair. But I'd say a bed is armor. So he's gonna have more health. So he's gonna be a slower, tankier version of the spider, essentially. Because he's wearing a bed on him. Let me just get rid of these ones. I think I might need to make sure it's a... Okay, I definitely did the wrong items. Why can't I add string? Like it's called string. Okay. Move. Beast. I want to see how fast this guy goes. Yeah, he's definitely a lot. Yeah, he's a lot slower. Honestly, I think we might give him knockback resistance. I think that's only fair. If he's got a bed on his back that's weighing him down, then I don't think we can push him back as easy. I think it's only fair. So we're going to need the Ravager stuff, knockback resistance. There we go. So this goes right under jump. Pop that right there. We'll just give it like 65 knockback resistance. He's a mechanic like the armadillo where he hides under his bed. Oh, is that possible? That's possible, but I'm gonna have to say I can't do that because it's gonna add so much. Like, this is one of the small ideas. It's gonna be so bad if I start doing those things. But that would be cool. Okay, so this guy should be hard to knock back now. Yeah. Because, like, the zombies I can knock back easily, and this guy... I like how the bed happens to shake as you hit him. So stupid. Alright. Now we need to find one naturally. They are really rare, though. I think they spawn like 1 in 20 spiders. Okay, so I think I know a way to do this effectively. And test this. Give us a cheese video or else. We have the cheese. It's in miscellaneous foods somewhere. There it is. Blue cheese and cheese. Test for entity at E type equals comment Joe. Is there a syntax error? Oh, I don't know if I need entity. Found 2. TBS 2 at R type equals comment Joe. Yeah, these are the ones by the coastline that we already had. So let's kill these 2 real quick. We gotta fix their names still. So here's how we can do this. I'm gonna go over to this command block, and we're gonna kill every mob in the area, let them respawn, kill every mob in the area. We can just chat about something else when we test this. Or figure out what our next move is gonna be. But pretty much this is gonna be our way of testing if we actually get them. Kill E. So pretty much we do that. And just to double check, if a Joe spawns, yes, it will tell us. I'm starting to think I might just have to trust that these can spawn, actually, because this is going to be a pain. Maybe I'll test this off camera. We'll run this a few times. Found Joe. Wow, that was actually really fast. He despawned. Okay. He was there for a second, though. That means they can spawn naturally. Just saying. That proves me right. He did spawn. Cool. I guess that proves that. We gotta fix his drops. That's okay. We can do that. So why don't we check the video comments? What do we still have? Let's see, we've got Alpha Wolf. Isn't even just normal wolf with alpha textures. Okay, so it's stronger skeleton that you need to kill to tame a normal wolf. Okay. It 360 nose. Okay, the 360 no scope. I don't know if I can do. Everything else is pretty easy. Got bread god, coconuts. So you make all the animal sounds. I think we're gonna do that one next. That one's easy. I just re-record every sound or a bunch of sounds. Yeah, I think that's pretty normal. Boss and skills you. Cheese boss, bug. Oh, we can hurt that one. All good. Wizard pillager, pretty easy. Okay, so we've got a lot of them on here right now that we can work with next. I think we do animal sounds next because that one's just gonna be funny to do live. Okay. Let's fix the Joe drops and then we'll move on. The tables, entities, Joe. Should just be string. Dry. Bed. How do I make different colored beds? So if we go, no, not there. Here we are. We need recipes. Bed. Get this bed. No. Red bed. Hmm? What? Hello? Bed? Why am I not seeing bed in here? The thing is, it's finding every recipe. Search options. Current folder. Size. Doesn't matter. Date modified. What if I do red? Just find red bed from there. Or cyan actually is probably easier. Banner. What? That's weird. Why why is there no bed recipe? Okay, I sort by name. Somewhere around here should be bed. What? How? How does that just not exist? Red? No, 'cause that just brings up a million things. Red underscore? Doesn't help. Bad. Why does that not come up? I just can't imagine why that would be missing. What? I don't I don't understand. Okay. B can be a it's not there. Maybe it's like die? Something in die? No. What would it be called? This is so strange. Why doesn't it? That's so weird. Okay. Alternate option then. Carpet. Oh, that's not the right thing. So I just had up. Oh, I closed it. Behavior pack. Space. Red carpet. Okay, red wool is an object. And if I want to make a crafting table, Minecraft planks. All right, so we'll just remove this, I guess. One, two. Oh wait, we didn't actually want that. It actually need this one. All right. It could be anywhere from 1 to 3. We're gonna do item red wool. And then item planks. And we'll see what it drops and if it glitches out. If we need to change some things. Yeah, it's still here. Well, I think I got what I want. And if I kill all of them at once, should get some spider eyes. Let's just make sure. No, they don't drop spider eyes. Oh, only if they're killed by a person, I think. Oh, they have a jockey. Oh, the jockey's got to go higher. Let's see. Okay, that means he's currently sitting on him. So he needs to go about 70% of a block higher. Is this a dumb tangent? Yes, but is this gonna make it even better if people actually ever play this mod? Yes. Because it'll be so funny to see this guy sitting on the bed on his back. I just love the concept of that. I just feel like I need to. Remember them up, but never alter the color. Yeah, I think we'll probably have to mess with color numbers eventually. I'm shocked that I couldn't find the bed recipe at all, because that's actually what I was looking for, just what number it was for red, and it just didn't come up, which is so weird. Joe. So he should have a thing called seats. Position. So we'll move this up to there. That should fix it. So that should just scooch up any mob that's riding him. Sorry, you have to go. Yeah, we can turn this off. Now we know he exists. Give us a spider jockey. No, didn't work. I didn't save that file, did I? No, I did. Oh, wait, no. That's for Stray only. Apparently there's multiple. Apparently Wither Skeleton can spawn on it. So I guess we do the same there. Okay. Now we run it back. That should do it this time. Just gotta kill all of these real quick. Oh, he's too high. So I think I put him twice as high as he should have been, so I can just move him down by about that much. That's pretty easy to fix. I thought we were gonna get a lot more done this stream, but hey, we have good, very good quality of the things we've made. I mean, look at him. He sits on the bed. That's some good quality work right there. Is anyone like ever gonna notice that? Probably not. But we know. We know that it's high quality. And that's important. Anyway, so that's just gonna spawn naturally in the world now, I guess. Alright. So there is one more suggestion I think we can do tonight. And for that I'm gonna need the resource pack. Sounds. So there's a lot of sounds in here. Where's mob? So as you can see, there's a lot of mobs. Mainly we need sound definitions. Because we're gonna find sheep. And we're gonna find every sheep thing. And we're gonna revoice them. Is this gonna take a bit? Yeah, but we're gonna do it live. So you'll get to hear all the stupid sounds I have to make. So specifically, the idea, where is it? With your impressions. So do we want to take that as I should make as realistic sounds as I can make with my own voice? Or should it be like me saying moo? Just monotone. I do kind of like the just moo thing, because that will mean it is just like a ton of that going on. If you have a bunch of them, like if you have a farm, it'll just be like over and over, like moo, 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 all the time, which would be quite fun. But it could also be quite fun for me just... Oh wait, crap, this is an older version, isn't it? Wait, do they have the new version? Oh wait, crap. I might not be able to do this. I need the new version. Because they added other personalities to animals now. I have to override them. How would I do that? Grab Bedrock sounds list. Save me. So that means there's different personality. How does it do it with dog? Or wolf, I mean. Okay, wolf bark. Okay, and then does big bark. Guys, I thought this was gonna be an easy one. There's so many. They're all. I forgot that it's like every. I mean, we could just redirect them all to the same sound, I guess. I need the new version of this sound definitions. Bedrock samples. Oh wait, sheep don't have personalities. Wait, does this have the new cow personalities? Cowbell, cowbell, cowherd. Okay. So cow. Yeah, this is not the new cow sounds. How could they leave that out? I just want to download a zip. Okay, I'm downloading a lot of files right now. Like a lot of files. Okay, that might be for another day. That's gonna be a lot of work. Um, is there anything in here? Tame and ride spiders, I don't know if it's possible. Um, maybe it is. We could look at that. That one might be a look into it off stream kind of situation, though. Refresh this one more time. Make sure we have everything that's available. Okay, why don't we try Wizard Pillager next? Some of the big ones I'm gonna wait on to do off stream because those are gonna take like multiple sessions of work to do. I can discard this now. Wizard. Wait, what's a good name for a wizard? Because there's Pillager, Vindicator, Ravager, Evoker. They all end in Caster. Or no, Caster's not great. Okay. Sorcerer? I like Sorcerer. Actually, I didn't realize it was stream time. I was busy screaming. Oh, I hope you're good then. Hope you're alright. We want the appearance to be a pillager. We want the behavior to be a pillager. We want the loot to be. I think we just like have it drop a couple various things. Prefix Mancer. Yeah, I guess something Mancer might work. I don't know if that would work as well in the same thing. I mean, I'm probably just gonna have him shoot shulker bullets to be completely real. I'll put quartz. So nether quartz. Why don't we just add a bunch of items? Actually, we can just make it like a couple different things he drops. It's like nether quartz, what else? A stick. One stick. Also wizards have. Hmm. Can we drop potions? Oh, no. You know, he can just drop quartz and a stick. Drops a stick sometimes. Drops like up to 3 quartz. Maybe I should have one more thing. Oh yeah, probably emeralds. At least one. Up to like 4, maybe. Alright, and then I'm thinking he wears a little bit purple. So we'll make his color that. Or wait, actually, we want kind of gray. And then purple on that, I think. Yeah. Great to pack comment mod ideas, edit model. Okay, we've got our boy. Now, how do you make a wizard? Well, first you take the evoker. Because the evoker's a really good starting point. Oh, also, hey, look who built a wizard hat really recently in this game. Take that. Body, head. Oh. So we take the hat. Just gonna pop on this guy. He's the new owner. He has this hat now. Alright. So we need a evoker. Let me get up my I think I'm just gonna make the robe an evoker, then we can detail him a little bit more. Except we'll make it like purple and little moons and stars on it, because you know it's a classic wizard. The classic, really. Textures, yeah, so I'm gonna need entity. Where's evoker? Maybe he's in like Illager. There we go, evoker.png. You drag that over here. I bring it back. So we're just gonna take kind of a nice whimsical shade of purple. Oh wow, that really does not have like any colors on it. Maybe we go with a darker tone like that. And then we look for something that's like in the middle of these two tones. Yeah. Maybe make that just a little darker. And then we can kind of add some like creases to the robe. Yeah, I think just starting with this is gonna make it a little easier at least still, despite this not really being as effective as I hoped. Let's see. White eyes, third eye, long beard, shadow face, scars. That's fair. Can you add Dr. Evil as a common enemy? I mean, hey, if you put in the comments on that one episode, it'll go in, or that one video, the YouTube short, then it'll go in the list. I suppose can we give him I'm probably just gonna give him the levitation thing from Shulkers for now. Mainly because if the evoker kind of covers the more generalist thing, I'm thinking he's just kind of like a really just like irritating support enemy kind of situation. So we'll just kind of go along here. I think I often fall victim to feature creep, especially this stream, let's be honest. So I very much gotta rein in sometimes. So of course we want a we'll go for like actually like a silvery collar. There we go. All right, and then we go with some little stars. And then we'll add some like other things in here in a sec. Hey, welcome to the stream, official Huggy Wuggy. How's it going? A few of these around here. There we go. And then maybe we, add a moon or two. Whoa, spicy. Make me. So we have a list. I should probably like put this somewhere that's easier to access. This is the current list we're using. Um, if you want, there is pretty much just the first YouTube short you'll find on the channel page right now, or at least the most recent one. Actually, I don't know if it'll be first, but we're using the comments section of that one, so I can easily like check off ideas. So if you want to add that to the list, then feel free to pop that in there, and maybe I'll get to it at some point. I'll put like one more moon right here. We'll add. Yeah, I saw the helicopters one is now on there. Let's see. Yeah, a few of these are a little less shiny. I think maybe a few of these are more shiny. There we go. Maybe just like a few more could be nice. Maybe that's too many. Maybe it's a tasteful amount right now. I think maybe it just needs a little bit more on this side though. Yeah. Like one right there. One right there. Just to make sure they're a little bit more evenly distributed. All right. Next thing. Next thing we need to do. White eyebrows. I'm thinking purple eyes. Maybe like a slight purple tint to even like the irises. Or the whites of his eyes, I mean. Meanwhile, this is going to be kind of this color. There we go, a little bit bigger eyebrows. And then we can start working on getting him a nice beard. Naturally. Gotta have one, he's a wizard. We'll extend that momentarily. Breeze eyebrows. Yeah, actually, they are almost exactly what the Breeze's eyes are. I didn't even realize. Yeah, this one's more of a quick one, I think. So why don't we just take this right now, and then we see what we need to add. All right. So here's the thing with the hat. We need to add more space for that. Just how it needs to be. And luckily, I actually already have a hat texture, so we'll get to that. But the main thing that I still need to do is we need duplicate that and do that. We're gonna make that beard long. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We bring this down. Okay, I'm thinking that maybe we end this a little higher up. I think maybe like a few like stray bits. There we go. Maybe like that kind of beard. A little bit weird and fluffy. Kind of like that. A little bit scratchy looking. The tooth surgeries here. I don't know if this guy even has teeth, to be honest. Let's see. So that should be good. That should just work as his beard. And I think we need to bring that up a bit on the sides. All right. The main next thing I need to do is extend the width, which I will quickly do on here as well. What did I say? All right, and then move that over there. Resize texture. 128. Why have teeth when you can borrow someone else's? That's such a, yeah, I mean, that's completely fair. Honestly, I can't believe I didn't see it that way. So with Statue Artisan, this is the hat, which is pretty big. Yeah, I think I need a 64 by 64 brush. And then we go in here. We'll prepare, put that in. Let's see, so we take this, import. I think we can just merge on texture both. And then we gotta get right to the edge. Fit that, because that is pretty big. Where even is this? Where are they off the screen? um I guess we move the, yeah, there we go. So now I can quickly just figure out where I need to erase of his head. Just a little bit on the top there. Take a little off the top. Oh, that's... We need full opacity. There we go. And that'll just prevent it from Z-fighting as much. May just move the hat a bit. Yeah, but I could trim his head. Could just rip apart his brain. And then of course we'll recolor the hat because it's like this is like the default. So now we take this texture, merge onto texture above, save, show in File Explorer, move it back over here. We take this, and then this. Actually, we want this to be the hat, so it's lighter, because it's up higher. So we can actually go a little lighter on the top, and a little darker where needed. Not sure what it wants me to do right here. Make a little lighter. Yeah, we'll just take it a little lighter on that rim. Cool. We need stars. There we go. We're gonna want a couple around here. And of course, we want to make some of these bright. And some of them just a little darker. All right. Let's try this. How are we looking with this? I mean, that's a wizard pillager if I've ever seen one. His hat is so high up because his head is so tall. So we've got him now. He just exists. And then we just make it so instead of an arrow, call it shulker bullet. And then I actually want to grab the blaze code real quick. I think it'd be cool if he put out like 3 of them like a magic missile. What powers does he have? He has the power to shoot shulker bullets essentially, so he can make you levitate and then die. Entities. Blaze, because I wanted to be able to shoot a couple at the same time. Like a magic missile type thing. All right. So we take all that. Actually, we don't want all of that. Burst shots, 3 burst interval. Yeah, burst shots and burst interval are the 2 things we want to add to this. Just pop these in here. Yeah, I mean, I think that will give him a good ability to attack for the range. I think he spawns with gear still. Yeah, equipment, pillager, captain, equipment. That's not actually what we want. No, pillager, equipment. Change that to sorcerer. Yeah, Minecraft equipment. This will just make it so he doesn't smell the crossbow anymore. I highlighted that so poorly. What are the odds this guy works first try? Probably very low. And then we gotta figure out how we want to spawn. Not exactly sure how I want to do that yet. Sorcerer. And then we will give him some things to fight. Just like a villager. Oh, he fires fast. Oh, he's going crazy over there. Yeah, he needs a longer interval. Let's just change that slightly. Interval. Now instead of 1 second, it's 3 to 5 seconds. I think he needs to fire them slightly slower. The projectiles are hitting each other. Burst interval needs to be a little higher so we can actually get them out. Yeah, I think we can lower his max to 3. Why don't we make his health less? Because I feel like a pillager is more combat oriented than he's like backline. So we can give him like 18. He's a little weaker. He's a wizard. I'm thinking he's also old. So why don't we make his movement a little worse? Like 2-7. It's like not horrible, but like not quite with the rest of them. Oh wait, that'll make him. If I make it a little bit more, he'll naturally fall to the back line with other pillagers. That'll be helpful. There we go. I mean, he is probably just gonna like blast his allies constantly, but let's be honest, the normal pillagers do that. All right, so I'm noticing an issue. His projectiles are colliding. You know what? Maybe we give him fireball instead. I think that's cooler. Like gassed fireball kind of fireballs, I think. Now, I'm gonna give him 3 of them at a time. I can't see how that could possibly go wrong. So we'll just make him like way stronger than normal gassed even. It'll probably be fine. Who needs game balance? Okay, well, he figured out how to use fireball. Anyway, we put this here. Okay, he's stupid. I need to give him more attack range. That's the wrong guy. sorcerer. I'm pretty sure there's some of these guys who won't fire if they're that close. I think Ghast won't. So let me find the thing for that real quick. Ghast. Alright. Now we search for shooter. That's like the type. I think a fireball. Oh, that's all he does. Okay. Skeleton? Skeleton do that? Do any of these people care about their lives? Yeah, there's like no minimum on this apparently. Whatever. Yeah, he can be stupid too if every other Minecraft mob is stupid. Attack radius, definitely making that longer to like 32 though. Just gonna quintuple that real quick. He had 8 block combat range. Yeah, I'm sure this isn't gonna be a problem at all. I should make him fireproof. Take this. Take blaze. Fire immune. Those are after experience reward. Okay, fireproof now. Now we can make him explode everything. Oh, evil wizard. Yeah, I'm sure this isn't going to be bad at all for the environment. Cool, he blew himself up. He's probably fine. Yeah, I guess that's about what I need to do with that. Should we call it there then? I mean, why don't we look at what we've made? Because I think really we've started down a beautiful path for this mod. Just a look back on what we've accomplished before we wrap up for today. Let me just grab everything I need to really reflect on this. So we've devised our sorcerer, of course. He's going to be catastrophic for the environment. Of course, we've got Joe, the tankier spider that doesn't get knocked back as much and has a bed teetering on top of him. That spiders do. We've made it so deep within the ground we have bacteriums. And that when you kill the bacteriums, you get bacteria. And yes, the bacteriums are hostile, which you can eat for some reason. And you can craft that with milk to make cheese. And of course, you can do this for blue cheese. Also, this is making me realize I should make an effect for eating a bacterium. What's one more quick side quest? How do I do that? How do I make this? Spider eye is what we want. We'll just take all of this and put in the other folder. So we want our behavior pack. Just grab this and pull it over. Items. Bacteria. Poor. Saturation. Poison. What should call it? Fatal poison. Alright. I guess we see if that works. Oh. Yeah, make sure it has all this. See if that works. If so, then wonderful. Because let's be honest, this really should be bad. Like you should not be able to eat that and survive. I don't know why that salmon's so fast. He's going. Okay, no, it's fully glitched out. Okay, how do I do it in this version? I bet there's a website that can do this. Custom food item. Minecraft Bedrock dev wiki, please. Okay, where are we? Custom food. Applying effects. Make use of custom components. Custom component will be this. You know what? We've got to figure out how to do this at some point. What's wrong with trying to do this in the next 30 minutes? Because that's the only time I'm gonna stay up. I'm tired. Um. All right. Yeah. Let's figure this out. So, apparently, custom components. Open link. Registering custom components. Favorite pack scripts. So we need a completely new folder. So it'd be in here. Scripts. So that means with this, scripts main.js. So I need to make a new file. Is there anything like this in the... No, there's no template for that. Text document .js. Yes. All right. And then we're going to rename it to main. Why can't I edit that? Wait, are other things just called JS when they should be JSON? Okay, I'll change it to JSON. So I can edit it. Can't seem to edit it when it's in the other form. We're just gonna take this. Okay, it's just telling me literally to do this exact thing. Okay, so I guess I'll take that. Now that works. So let's just work then. Okay, so it's telling me to change this. At least the wiki I'm allowed to use stuff from directly, which is nice, but I'm gonna change some things slightly. We'll just call it, instead of wiki food effects, food effects. That's what we use for every other thing. All right. Is there there? Oh, that's nice. It actually tells you what all the things are. How lovely. So I guess that defines that. And then I rename it to JS, I'm assuming, to lock it. And then we go to items. We go to cheese. And then we steal this code and put in components. So this is comment. And we just want just one thing. Just poison. Fatal poison. Actually, we'll just leave it poison. Duration, 60 seconds. Cool. Amplifier 1. I just did that to cheese. Whatever. We'll test on cheese. I did just add the wrong file. If it works on cheese, then we'll just go back out. Also, I might need to completely restart the program for this to work. Oh, okay, I may have also broken that file. What's one more file to break? Okay. Yeah, we've broken a lot of files. Okay, now I can let's go back on this. So I'm not sure how to do that then. Oh, I guess why don't we try the thing I said with completely restarting it? Bacteria. And we'll grab this. Just put that under here. We'll just leave that like it is. We'll leave that in case I need to backspace it. Completely close the program, start up. And hopefully this will work. Otherwise, I don't know how to make this effect work, to be honest. I'm gonna have to look into it. So, what do we have? Cheese is back. I'm assuming that this is as well. I don't know where the bacterium was. Oh, okay, actually it's not. I don't know what happened to that file. I have to fix that. Alright. Oh, it's because it's still edited. Yeah, okay, I guess that just doesn't work. I don't know what to do about that. They had anything recently that worked like that? The Apple Enchanted is an old version. Suspicious stew? Hmm. Yeah, it's me. Yeah, that is your comment in the thumbnail. Hmm. It's like the concept of a creature that can only be seen through very specific ways, like through mirrors, shadows, or the ability to get its reflection out of the mirror. Working the oh, so like you can only I'm gonna have to figure that out. I wonder if that would be possible. There might be ways. So this is also version 1.10, which doesn't seem to work for newer stuff anymore. I don't know why this doesn't work. Like, why can't I do this? I think my idea was that cool. I don't actually know if I can do that idea. I just thought it made a really good thumbnail. Also in the stream, FJ. I almost said just the wrong letters. FGL Flash. And also welcome to the stream, Bucky. You look like ISHC. I actually don't know what that means. So I'm gonna Google that. This is a person. Am I clueless? I might be clueless. I don't know what you mean by that, but I'm gonna take it as a compliment. I've decided, unless you'd like to elaborate, which I'd love to hear. If you attack it, its reflection stays intact. Interesting. You want me to just steal rotten flesh and see if I can try and make that work in the place of eating bacteria? Am I really so wrong for just wanting the player to have the option to eat a big bacteria? Is that so wrong? Okay, bacterium. Okay, let me restart. And that should add it. Or it'll just completely remove it from the world again. Unsure why older format isn't working. On the merch, by the way, I want the fat beetle. The beetle's lovely. Void did a great job drawing that. I actually think I need to add technical good credit for that. There is a few things that actually go to funding like very specific videos. I think that one's one of them. Also, yeah, not dropping the thing again. Maybe bacterium just is good for you to eat. If we consider that. Why? Why is this so hard to make work? Guys, I think I just found oh wait, no. Complete. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I just don't know why this won't work. Same format version. I'm not sure why the old stuff doesn't work even though it's right here. Like this is like the most up-to-date stuff. That's just so odd to me. I actually did get it working once with a different thing. I'm just trying to remember. It's a long time ago. I think it was on here. Let me see if I can pull up a really old mod. Okay. Old packs. Behavior packs. Oh, there's a lot of old stuff in here. Oh, where in the world is this? I added turkey. And I made special turkey called Blurkey. And it worked. I'm pretty sure. No, wait. That didn't have the effect? I thought that ended up working in the end. Crap. What feature are you working on? Right now. Let's see. Let's set this back the way it is. So I actually just realized that we just forgot to add a very small thing. We're actually gonna end the stream, and then I got sidetracked on this. So these are bacteria. Doing bacteria things, like eating an entire salmon. And they drop bacterium. And there's no consequence for eating it. Sperm do technically have the same way of traversal. Yeah, they do use a flagellum, just like a bacteria. So yeah, but just bacteria just eating a salmon or a spider. Spider's a bed on its back. Things are happening. The bacteria, so you can make it into cheese. Put the bacteria with the milk and it becomes cheese, and then you put the lapis with the cheese and it becomes blue cheese, and that's the whole thing. But I wanted there to be a cost to eating bacteria because you probably shouldn't do that. Because it's just a big bacteria. So actually, now that I think about it, wait, I just thought about it for a moment. Technically, eating one big bacteria wouldn't do anything to you because it. Wait, yeah, because it should be fine. Because if the bacteria is dead, then it can't do anything to you. Unless there's smaller bacteria in the big bacteria. Does the big bacteria have little bacteria in it and making you sick? I feel like I'm getting more delirious. Yeah, so we only added this for the like 2 people said cheese, so I add 2 variants of cheese, and then the bacteria thing is just to make it craftable. I think maybe I just let the player eat bacteria, now that I think about it. Nah, we're adding cooked bacteria at least. I'm committing to not eating it, or I'm committing to eating it, one of the two, and I think we're committing to eating it. Start new item. Cooked bacteria. And this is the last thing we're gonna do this stream, and then we'll do more in a future one. Maybe me, please. We could do that in the future. I think I won't have time this stream, but if you leave a comment on that in the video, or if you already have, then I'll add that to my list. Hey, everyone's gotta take breaks from their respective games. Sometimes video game characters just need to go and relax for a bit and watch some YouTube. Don't judge. Okay, so we need equipment, and then it would be cooked food. And it's gonna be actually still not that good, but it's gonna be 4 times as good. What would a cooked bacteria look like? Like, that can't happen in real life, really, so I'm at complete liberty to make this look like whatever I want. I actually need the other bacteria. That's the wrong bacteria. It's this one. What? Can I not show in File Explorer? Oh, there it is. So we need this. And then we're going to bring this down to 16 by 16. We bring in the bacteria. What would bacteria taste like? I don't know. I feel like not that good, to be honest. Let's see. What are they full of? They're full of what's in animal cells for the most part, because they're more so into animal cells than plant cells. So I guess like a really goopy meat, I guess, which would be so unpleasant, to be honest, because they're like full of goo and DNA. Yeah, so disgusting, to be honest. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Huggy Wuggy. Thank you. The bacteria looks familiar. I don't see what it could look like anything else. There's nothing else that the bacteria could look like. Anyways, let me get white. Just kidding. Not gonna do that. I feel like it would look like this cooked. So let me pick like, actually very much more saturated, I think. Mm. And then of course, We need those like good grill lines on it. Like an egg raw. Yeah, actually, that makes so much sense. Yeah. Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense for what it would taste like. It would taste like poison. I mean, bacteria only get you sick because they can replicate. If it's just one big one you've killed, it should be safe. If you think about it. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of true. Okay, I mean that's basically what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna turn off onion skin for a second. Okay, so we'll just trace over these lines real quick. So we make ourselves cook bacteria. So get those good char lines on there. We're actually gonna make them a little lighter. Yeah, a little bit of this all along it. Like something like this, maybe? Maybe even like a little bit more red in it. I think they're just too harsh right now. Cooked jelly bean, yeah, it does kind of look like that. Okay, maybe we kind of bring in like a discoloration around these char lines a bit. And then we kind of just like make that less. Then like a darker tone. And then that doesn't look very appetizing. You play playtime game on Minecraft. I could certainly do some features from that. To be honest, I don't know that much about it. I know like the first chapter, and that's like it. Let's see. We just gotta get the colors right on this, I think. I think that's really what's missing. Oh, it actually looks like the right colors. Yeah, maybe this is the issue. Okay, and then because it's less wet now, it's less shiny. So we kind of dull down the highlight a bit. Yeah, I think now we're getting somewhere. Okay, I feel like most of those recolorings worked. I don't know why this one just didn't. Do that real quick. Oh, I think that's good enough. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this one now. It's getting there. You maybe just need a little more touching up, and then I think we're about good with that one. I never thought I'd draw cooked bacteria. Live on stream out of all that as well. Yeah, the tail just didn't cook right, I think. Um, yeah, I mean, that's a cooked bacteria if I ever did see one. I don't know what else a cooked bacteria would look like. Oh, nope, that's not what I want. We want to edit image. We're going to take this, bring our brush size down, copy that. Cook bacteria. I don't know why this is like over here. Beautiful. Now, naturally, though, we do need to quickly add a furnace recipe for this. Because there's always one more thing to do. Luckily, that's pretty easy, as I can just take the furnace chicken recipe. And we can add furnace bacteria. There we are. You can cook in a furnace, smoker, campfire. You put in bacteria, and you get out cooked bacteria. Because that's what everyone wanted. Definitely. You know what's funny? Technically, the thing I was told to add is cheese, and we did that, and I've just elaborated on that. Sometimes you just gotta make an entire bacteria thing when someone tells you to make cheese. Alright, so you can now find bacteria naturally spawning in swarms in caves. They're slow and they don't do that much damage, but they are hostile and can cause poison. If you kill them, you can now take them and put them in a smoker to acquire cooked bacteria. Delicious. Well, I think that's pretty good. I think I can't really think of anything else that we have time to add. So I'm going to I think yeah, I think we're good to end the stream for today. So thank you everyone very much for watching. And if you're interested in leaving more ideas, feel free to use the I think easiest for me is the comments section on that one YouTube short that I keep bringing up. If you can't do that, you know, there's this comment section as well. Try and check that one. It's just somewhere in the comment section just so I can get it. But we will be back to make more of these, and I'll be making some particularly complicated ones off camera. Those are the kind of ones that'll take a lot longer though. And eventually it'll be a whole YouTube video. So yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in a future video. Bye everyone.